Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In this video, well, we're going to be exploring the wonderful world of Build. This is episode 2 of the exploration and I'm going to be doing all the floating, well, the stuff in the sky. So please remember to like and subscribe and let's just get right into it. So, this right here, well, I guess it's probably going to be most things in the sky or just go really high up. I don't remember if I did this in the last video, but this thing just goes straight up to sky limit in a giant water pipe, pretty much. This water pipe just goes to the highest part of the world, where you can see that very little rests. Up here, you can see that this is the height limit I'm trying to place. You hear that? That's the placing button. See here. So here. Okay. Sky limit. Here is like a little. This here goes into like a little, like a ring area. I'll show you as soon as I'm done with up here in the pipe. Also, in the build area, I hid a dead bush in a potted plant. If you can find it, I don't really know. I haven't thought of a prize. If you find it, you get to decide the prize, I guess. Just try not to ask for money. And then you also have to tell me where the potted plant is, and then I know where it is. After this video, I'm probably gonna break it, so in other videos, you find it, you see it, and then you just go to this video and record it. So right here is pretty much, I'd set people's spawn point here. They'd spawn in and fall straight to their death. Well, actually sometimes I put water in the bottom, but it's fun because they just sit here and just fall. So let's do this. So if we grab our very nice looking elytra that we made in creative mode, we'll just fly right down. So pretty much, I just pretend that didn't happen. Pretty much that's what you do. You just have to like fly through a bunch of rings. I screw this up because I'm not good. You go through that, I guess. I wish I could. And then there's an finish line right here. Man, I really do need to work on that. Okay. But that's the pipe. Of course, all the beacons go up to the space, so we'll probably know what to talk about. I won't talk about them because they're beacons. The flying stuff. Now, of course, this is Skyblock. If you know what this is, well, congrats. A lot of people would. Skyblock is pretty much where you have to survive. Just pretend like there isn't any ground. It's just a void. So if you fall, you're dead. You usually start off with a couple of materials, mostly lava and ice, to get a cobblestone generator, and then you have to do a bunch of different tasks. Simple! Well, let's go higher. Up here, we have a couple things. We have a nether portal that's very high up. Sky limit, again. This, you can also see it's sky limit, because of the beacon, it just ends. And also this glass in between. This right here is like a little flying machine that's supposed to fly you up. And it just got up here. I promise this works. I probably have no idea how to use it now. But it did. It did. And then if we come over here, we have 4 bars, I guess. We have the 4 bars for Minecraft. Connection matters. I don't know why I put that up there. It's just something I did at the time. Because I got bored and needed something to do. So now we go lower. Because that's pretty much everything up there. Here we have a little up house. Those are supposed to be balloons through the chimney, I guess. But of course, that's not a lot of balloons. So to help it go up, we have a propeller on the bottom of the house. The inside is decorated very poorly, but it's got a bed, some like couches, I guess, some chairs, fireplace, and a fridge. Of course, the food tries to run out the window. And you have a chance of getting cake. Let me just refill it. Used it 4 times. Then that's a little ooh. That's the up house. Now where else? What else is high around this area? Is there something else around here? Okay, so we have this. These are the hoop, like the little rings that you have to go to. This right here is a little alien spaceship or something. I don't know. I think it is a redstone spaceship. And then I don't even know what the story is. There's a grappling hook from the spaceship to this super sheep from the game called Worms. If you've ever heard of it, I don't really know. It's not a popular game. It's called Worms, I guess. You just fight each other. And then we have a saw in the middle, sawing the grappling hook between the two. Then we have another alien spaceship, which I think looks a million times better. But of course, there's no inside. Then we have this, which that's more hoops. And then this is like a little, I call it a beacon cleaner, I guess. So I could put in, sorry about the background noise that Fro loves using here. I don't know what it is. So you can see that this dark beacon goes in, the light beacon still comes out. Shoot. What did I do? I did something. Wait, oh, there we are. Okay, so yeah, look, there's just glass in the middle. Glass beacon. So even if I could break the bottom glass, you'll still see that it's like it's the same color. It's still cleaned. Nothing to do with the white stained glass at all. And then if we come down to the spaceship, he's abducting a man with a very large head and a tiny body. You can see that a lot of our flying stuff is really low to the ground, which probably isn't that well flying. Then if we come in here, we have a bunch of dragon heads looking creepily at you. Now let's see. Where else? We have a floating bed with magic of a narwhal. Magic floating thing. Then this, I don't even know what this is. I built it. It has an interior, a very small one, full of furnaces. But that's it. That's it. I don't know what it is. There's furnaces. That's that. Whatever that is. Okay. What else is floating? Well, of course, the like and subscribe floating. The like and subscribe button is floating, which you should totally like and subscribe. Let's see. Floating stuff. Over here, we have a very poorly made TIE fighter and a very, well, but the poorly made, X-Wing, which shoots. Whee! Boom. That shoots. Of course, the TIE fighter is shooting the X-Wing, and I'm just gonna turn that off. Floating zone. This is a rocket. It's supposed to float, but it isn't. We have a bunch of floating stuff over here. We have a little fighting ring, I guess. And the cool thing about it is that walls pop up. So like you have to fight around the walls that slowly just pop up out of the nowhere. Round. And that's that part. There. Turn that off. Then this is another fight arena. I did not build this. That's why it's such a mess. It's a really, there's a lot of colors that blocks that no one uses. Mostly the glazed terracotta, and that's lava. If we come over here, we have a redstone contraption, which is giant, more like it's more like a giant timer. When this hopper runs out of blocks, which it gets from this dispenser, which gets from these hoppers, as soon as that runs out, it's gonna set off an explosion. It's simple, but it takes very long. I have no idea. Maybe we should film that. Just me being completely quiet as we go. Just watch how long this timer is. Then we have some other things. It's mostly made out of observers. Which this thing is a great bouncy castle. Boing. Okay. Now, let's turn this off before it kills everyone. There. How full is that? Completely. Okay. So yeah, you can see that like there's also like little redstone lamps here and there. Floating stuff. Let's find some more floating stuff. This is the logo. I put like a little backdrop. I was thinking of doing it, but I decided not to. This is not floating though, so let's continue on. Floating stuff. Floating stuff. Let's see. Give me a moment to find some floating stuff. Okay, we're back. We have this little optical illusion, which is, well, I guess you could call it floating. It's connected to this, which I'll talk about later. So that's a little optical illusion. It's pretty much like the eyeball that follows you around. It's creepy. Then over here, we have a floating arrow shooting, well, 2 arrows, I guess. The arrow is shooting this guy, the target, but then another target comes out of the nowhere and takes the arrow. And I think that's most of the floating stuff, except for this. The very well made TIE Fighter. It does not do any redstone stuff. We have a weird R2-D2, I guess. We have the cockpit, very uncomfortable, but you can still fit in it. You have a little lever, I guess. And then, now we got the little wings with the lasers, I guess, I don't know, the shots. In the back we have like little like jets, I guess. And then we have the background, which for the background for my actual like thing, it's pretty much this. That's what it is. It's just a little picture of that. I would show you, but I think that would cancel the recording. I'll see if I can at the end of the video. But I think that is most of the floating stuff. Well, I think that's all the floating stuff, actually. Okay. Well, so I guess that's the end of the video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. But first, let's see if we can get the image. I don't know if you could see that, but that was that.